So from simple interest, we will relate on to hire purchase. So hire purchase is a method of buying things that allow you to pay bit by bit. So hire purchase is a way of paying for items that usually is expensive, so you don't have to pay outright. That means you can pay bit by bit over some amount of time. So that is called a hire purchase. So I'm going to show you a very simple example on hire purchase. So usually hire purchase is for very expensive items like cars, house. You can check with your parents. So when you buy a house, you don't pay everything in one shot. Your parents has maybe like 30 years to be paying for the house. Okay, so in this example, we talk about buying a car that costs $100,000. So if this car costs $100,000, there's a name for this 100,000. So this is called a cash price. So if you give, if I'm the one who sells you the car, if you give me 100,000 and you will drive away the car, that's called the cash price. But because 100,000 is quite a big amount, so usually people purchase it under, buy it under a hire purchase, meaning, right, you will pay bit by bit. So that's why there's something called a hire purchase term. So different items can have different hire purchase term. So there is something called a down payment. So down payment can also be understood as the first payment. Okay, so just now we mentioned the cash price. So down payment can also be understood as the first payment. So they will usually state in terms of percentage or absolute amount. So for example, here there is 20%. So when we say 20%, right, that means it's like 20% of the cash price. So if you look at how I calculate the down payment, 20% times 100,000. So I will calculate the first payment. So this is the first payment. That means the first time you just need to pay 20,000. It's something like to confirm that you will like the purchase. You are going to confirm the purchase. Okay, so you're going to pay the 20,000 first. The rest of the money that you are not able to pay yet, right? You are not able to pay yet. It is considered a loan. So the balance, right? Okay, the balance that you are not able to pay, it is considered a loan. So from the cash price, you split into the first payment, and then you split into the loan. So you only manage to pay 20,000. The loan will be your cash price minus the down payment. So if you look at how I calculate, so that's how I get the 80,000. So you only pay 20,000. The 80,000 will be paid by the bank. The bank will help you to pay it to the car dealer. So you are supposed to return the bank. That means, right, the bank will take it as you don't have 80,000. They help you pay 80,000 for the car. So, but the car dealer is still getting the 100,000. Okay. So right now you owe the bank 80,000. So the amount that you owe is called the principal sum. It is a PRT. It is a P in the PRT. Because if you're going to borrow 80,000 from the bank will surely charge you interest. That's why there is a rate here. So this is the R that you learn in the simple interest. This is the T that we are going to put into the simple interest. So this is your P. So right now, you owe the bank 80,000. The bank help you pay the car dealer. So the bank will charge you money, charge you extra money. So you use the formula that you already learned. So the P is 80,000 because you only make the first payment of 20,000. The bank help you pay the remaining 80,000. And you're not going to return the 80,000 straight away. You are given 7 years to return the 80,000. So the rate is 3.5 and you are given 7 years. So plug into it, right? You actually got to, this is the extra money that you owe the bank. That means, right, you owe the bank 80,000 and the interest. And you have 7 years to return. You have 7 years to clear this loan. So usually we clear it in months, every month. So that will be what we call the monthly installment. So if you check with your parents will tell you, like every month they got to pay for a car, every month they got to pay for the house. So you got 9,600 to pay off. And you are given 84 months to pay off this amount. So that works out to be, so you use that amount to divide by 84. That means, right, every month the bank will demand this amount to you. So when people buy through hire purchase, they get more time to pay off the item. But because of that, right, they got interest. They got to pay interest. So higher purchase price is usually higher. So if you look, the higher purchase price, that means now the car actually costs more. So the car is made more expensive by the interest. So the car was originally 100,000. But because of the extra money you paid to the bank, the car actually costs more because you are buying the amount of time to pay off the car. So there is one way to calculate, there is one way to calculate higher purchase price. So higher purchase price is usually more than the cash price. So there is another way to calculate the higher purchase price. So think about it. The amount you pay every month and you paid over 86 months plus the first payment that you make. Plus the first payment that you make. So that is another way to calculate because you pay 1185.71 for 84 months. But you already have a first payment of 20,000. So you will get around 119599.64. Very close to the 119,600. So the higher purchase price is usually inclusive of the extra money that you paid to the bank. So because you use more time to pay off the amount, you got to trade off by paying more, unless you paid it at one shot 100,000. So usually the higher purchase price should be higher than the cash price. So higher purchase allow you to make payment bit by bit instead of one shot payment. But the trade-off will be you got to pay extra money so that they allow you to buy things and pay over time.